at the risk of sounding cliche, it started in the classroom. First audience, classroom. But it started subconsciously. Like I didn't know that what I would be getting in trouble for in class, I would be doing later on as a career. But I don't know what it was within me that wanted to make the class laugh. I just did, and I wasn't always funny, but I always tried, which coined the name Corny Cory. Because my batting average wasn't 100%, but I always tried. I didn't give a fuck. I still tried, even if it didn't work. I tried. I had more shit to try, and that labeled me Corny Cory because a lot of shit I threw out there didn't work. And then I remember just being a devout fan of stand-up. I just used to collect all the 1-hour HBO specials, everyone. I didn't have any type of, barriers. I studied everyone. I was a student, but not for the purpose of realizing that one day I wanted to do it. I just loved it. I just loved witnessing it. And
I don't know if y'all got my book.
Like just George Carlin, like was some of the guys I used to always admire. Just watching.
No, you can order it on Amazon. You order it on Amazon. You don't need
Martin.
Yeah,
George Carlin and Martin, I think, was like the two biggest influences when I was starting out. Like, before I started, and then they used to do local shows about maybe 10-15 minutes from my house where they once a month they would rent out a movie theater and people would do stand-up in front of the movie theater, and ironically the movie theater was located across the street from the worst housing projects in Brooklyn, which was called the Pink Houses. And so basically you had like 300-400 hood motherfuckers coming out, just sitting in a dark theater where they could heckle you and they couldn't even get heckled back because it was too dark to even see them. And I used to go to these shows. They threw it once a month. It was hosted by A.G. White, who's a New York comic, and Ray DeJean, who's also a comic, and he's a promoter as well. And I just faithfully went to these shows because it was the closest thing that I had outside of Manhattan comedy clubs. Because I was so deep in Brooklyn, I was far from Manhattan. So it was the closest thing that was local, that was stand-up, that was, a part of what I've always been collecting all my life with all these VHS tapes. So one day after the show, I go to the host, A.G. White, and I'm like, man, how do you do this? I want to do this. How do you do this? And he's like, you know what, man? You go home, you put down your funniest 5, and you come back and you see me. Like, it was like a rite of passage. Like, the only way to comedy was through him. And that's what I did. I ran home, started writing. I was working at UPS at the time. I remember I was at a conveyor belt, boxes coming down, and I would be in my truck writing jokes while the person after me was like, yo, Cory, what the fuck, man? You're drowning me out here. Grab your shit. And I'm in the truck writing material. And I never actually called back AG after I had my 5. Coincidentally, my uncle was driving limousines at the time, and he picked up Donnell Rawlins as a client, and they started talking, smoking, and he was like, hey man, what are you doing? He's like, I'm staying. I'm like, oh, my nephew just performed at his college. That was the first time I performed, was my college at a talent show, and I actually won. And the first show was good, I won. It was the shows after that where it was, where you got to feel the real deal. And so he was like, oh, where are you? Tell him come to my spot. I host a spot every Tuesday in Brooklyn. Come to my spot. So my uncle came, I picked up such and such. He told him come to the spot. come do it. I got cold feet, you know, they dragged me down there. I had cold feet. I was looking around. It was a Jamaican bar. It was called Footprints, the east side of Brooklyn. The host tonight could actually tell you about it. It's not easy, and that's, you know, to put it mildly. And then I was telling him, no, man, you know what? I was looking around and I was seeing, like, I got the shakes. I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna come back. And I was like, I just wanted to check it out. I wanted to scope out the scene. I'm gonna get my shit ready, and then next week. He's like, nah, don't be scared, son. Come on, do it now. Don't be scared, son. So he's like, I'm like, bro, no, I promise. I want to do this. This is what I want. I will be back next week. And he was like, all right, well, come on in, grab a drink, just chill, watch the show. I go and grab a drink, motherfucker, bring me on stage. He's like, this next guy's first time, don't boo him. You know, give it up for Cory. And he throw me on. It went well. It went well. Considering the type of place that it is and me having no experience at all, it went good. I'm not even mad at it. And then that's how the whole shit started. Number one for me is probably Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy. I know it is hilarious, and you know, I know it is raw, but You So Crazy did it for me. They taped it in Brooklyn at the BAM Center. Martin was a dude that made me want to do it, and it was a classic. That shit I could watch today, and that should still make you laugh. Martin. I mean, come on, what we got out there? We got Fresh Prince, we got Cosby Show, whatever else. Ain't none of that shit funnier than Martin. Martin was my number one show. Definitely Half-Baked. Definitely Don't Be a Menace. Definitely Friday. I know it's all like the hood movies. I'm trying to think of hood movies. That was my shit. Half-Baked, Don't Be a Menace, Friday. I love SNL, of course. SNL has so much deep history and it's launched so many superstars that I love. But you know, Chappelle Show, and I grew up on In Living Color, of course. And it's short-lived, but House of Buggin', which was John Leguizamo's sketch show, got canceled, but you know, it was the first time that I saw something similar to In Living Color, but us, you know, like Latinos. So. I could say that it would probably be from Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle. George Carlin, he's my all-time favorite. Well, you gotta go with the roast master, Jeff Ross.
Oh my God, I love you.
You know, I gotta say, man, the best people that turn out being the roasters are the ones that know you the best, and those are comics that aren't famous yet. Aside from stand-up, I also went to film school. I studied directing, I studied screenwriting, I studied cinematography. So ultimately, I want to make, you know, stand-up's always going to be number one. It's going to be my first love, and it's going to be my deepest love. But I ultimately also, you know, acting comes hand in hand. As soon as you start stand-up, you start auditioning for shit, and that's where the acting bug comes in. And then from acting, it made me go to film school. And I went back to film school. I studied film production, and I studied directing, producing cinematography. So I want to be a one-man band. I want to do stand-up. I want to act. I want to direct. I want to produce. I want to write. I want to do all that shit. I'm in LA LA now. I moved to LA 3 years ago. So somewhere in LA auditioning or shooting or writing or producing or stand up or, you know, I feel like honestly, man, and I don't mean to be on some too much deep philosophical shit, but I feel like once you've said it, you've already set the ceiling. So I don't even want to say anything. I just want to be like acting, directing, producing, stand up, cinematography, shooting. I don't want to set any ceilings, man. I don't know where it could go. Hit me up, Instagram, Cory fucking Fernandez. No E in Cory and no G in fucking. I think when I first started stand-up, when you first start comedy, it's about, can I do this? Am I funny? And then once you've established that, it's more like, all right, I want to hone and control it. In the beginning, it's like, can I do this? Am I funny? Can I do this? Am I funny? And then you start, you know, like just talking about any silly thing you observe, just to try to get some validation that you're funny. And then once you have that validation, you realize that you're funny, it progresses into, all right, now I want to give this some direction. I don't want this just to be wild horses and I'm just following them everywhere. I want to rein it in, and I want to be able to not talk about random funny shit, but talk about the shit that I want to talk about and make it funny. And ultimately that's when, you know, you start dropping a little bit more gems and jewels, and it gets more rewarding, you know? Like, it's not just like doo-doo jokes, you know? Like, it's not like farting doo-doo jokes. It's like, you know, when people leave, they'll learn a little more, they'll be a little more enlightened, maybe they'll be a little more open-minded, and they fucking, their stomachs hurted all throughout. Hey, what's up? It's Cory Fernandez. Hey, catch me on acutiepie.com.